My dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you? Grade 2. Let's start our today's lesson. Our today's lesson is lesson number 2 in chapter 11. Measure objects using metric length units. Okay. Grade 2, if we have these objects, which real live objects are shorter than a centimeter ruler? Okay, now grade 2 we speak about real objects, okay, not these pictures. We speak about real objects. So this building shorter than the ruler? Actually, no, it's too long. It's very tall. Okay, this object, the next one, this one is this object. I think it's eraser. It's shorter than it's shorter than the ruler. So circle this. Okay, this object actually it's very tall. It's not longer than the ruler, and also this, but this object. Okay, this stick is shorter than the centimeter ruler. This phone is shorter than the centimeter ruler. So circle this, and this. Okay, all of these objects grade 2 are shorter than the ruler. Okay, now if we want to get the length of this tree, what's this? How can we get? How can get the length of it? Okay, it's very difficult to use the centimeter ruler. Okay, but we'll use another thing. We'll use a meter stick. What's a meter stick? I'll show you a video grade 2 to know what's the meter stick. Okay. Can you see grade 2? This is the meter stick. This is the meter. This is called meter stick. Okay, meter stick equals 100 centimeter. 100 centimeter. It's numbered from 0 to 100. From 0 to 100 centimeters. Okay, so this is called a meter stick. I'll say again. This is a meter stick. It's equal 1 meter. What's 1 meter? 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. Okay, it's 100 centimeter. If you count here from here 0 mark. Okay, here 0 mark. After that you can count after 0 1 2 3 4 5 to 100. Okay, can you see here 99, after that 100. So this meter stick equals 100 centimeter. Please imagine the length of this meter stick. It's very important to know what's the length of the meter stick. The meter stick equals 1 meter. What's 1 meter? 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. 100 centimeter. 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. The meter stick equals 1 meter. It's 100 centimeters. Okay, now let's move grade 2 to the next page. Okay, let's move now to the next page. Grade 2, the width of the door is about 1 meter. Okay, the width of the door is about 1 meter. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So it's very important to know what's the difference between meter and centimeter. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Okay, and it's very important to imagine the length of 1 meter. Okay, to imagine the length of 1 meter, remember the picture of the meter stick. This meter stick equals 1 meter, or the width of the door. The width of the door about 1 meter. The width of the door about 1 meter. Okay, now my lovely boys, let's answer the next question. Okay, now grade 2, we have this bookshelf. Okay, this bookshelf about how many meters? Grade 2, we speak about real objects. We speak about objects in your classroom. Real objects, not it's a picture, but we speak about real objects. Okay, so the bookshelf about how many meters? How many meters? Remember the meter stick. How many one of the meter sticks? Okay, let's find. I'll show you. I'll show you this bookshelf. Okay, can you see we have here a bookshelf. We have a bookshelf. This is a bookshelf. To get the length of this bookshelf, use it's easier to use a meter stick. Okay, start from the beginning of the shelf to the end of the shelf. Okay, let's put the meter stick by this way. This is 1 meter. What's 1 meter? 1 meter is 100 centimeters. 100 centimeters. Start by the beginning of the object. Start by the beginning of the shelf. Okay. Now, how many meter sticks here? How many meters? How many meters? It's about 1 meter. It's not exactly 1 meter, but it's close to 1 meter. It's about 1 meter. So let's write one. This is about 1 meter. So grade 2. Let's write here 1 meter. Okay. So the length of the shell is measured by meters, not centimeters. Why meters? Because it's long. Okay, the long objects by meters and the short objects by centimeters. Can you see in number 2? We wanted to get the length of your eraser. Your eraser equals about how many centimeters? Why we write here centimeters? Because it's short. This is short object. It's about how many centimeters? Who can say? Actually, we speak about a real object, not this, not this. Measure your eraser. Measure your eraser. Your eraser. All of you measure your erasers and write the length of your eraser here. Okay? So who can say the length of his the length of his the length of his ruler? Sorry, the length of his eraser. I'll choose now the stupid one whose name is Omar Ala. Hello, Omar, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Omar, to get the length of this pure eraser, is it easier to use a ruler stick, to use a centimeter, to use a centimeter ruler, or to use a meter stick?
Centimeter ruler.
Yes, very good. So your eraser about how many centimeters? Measure your eraser, Omar.
5 centimeter.
About 5 centimeters. Okay, it's okay. Right here, 5. Grade 2. If anyone get the length of his eraser and find it's 4 centimeters as example, write it. It's no problem. Okay. So write the length of your real eraser. Okay. Now, my lovely boys, let's answer number 3. I want to thank you, the super boy. Thank you, Omar Ale. Now, I will choose Zainul Abidin to answer this question. Hello, Zainul Abidin. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Zainul Abidin, to get the length of this banner, is it easier to use a ruler, or to use a meter stick?
Meter stick.
Meter stick. That's right, because it's long. It's long, so so it's easier to use a meter stick. Okay. Now, Zainul Abidin, I'll show you a banner. Okay. Can you see this banner?
Yes.
Okay, we have this banner grade 2. Now, let's get the length of it. Let's put meter sticks. We have from here to here, it's 1 meter. From this point to this point, it's 1 meter. Okay. And
Okay.
from this point to this point, It's also 1 meter. Now, how many meters? It's about how many meters?
2.
2. Very good. 1 meter and 1 meter. Okay, so it's 2 meters. Let's write about 2 meters. Zainul Abidin, you are super boy. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. I love you.
I love you too. Now let's write here 2 meters. It's about 2 meters. So write here 2, please. Okay. Now, my dear students, please pay attention. To measure a long objects, use a meter stick. Okay, it's by meters. To get the length of a short object, use a centimeter ruler. Get the answer by centimeters. Okay, now let's answer the next question. Don't forget the meter stick, the length of the meter stick. It's like the width of the door. Okay, the width of the door is about 1 meter. Okay, now before we answer the next page, I'll show you again the meter stick. This is the meter stick. It's 1 meter. This is the meter stick. It's 1 meter, and 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Now let's move to answer question number 4. Who's ready, grade 2, to answer number 4? In number 4, find and measure the object shown in your classroom. In your classroom. So we speak about a real object, not this, not this. This is a picture, but we don't speak about this picture. We speak about, now we speak about a real objects. Okay? So the smart board, our smart board in the class, in your classroom, equals about how many centimeters? About how many meters? Sorry, not centimeters, meters, because it's long. So we'll measure it by meters. About how many meters? Abdurrahman, close your cam. Don't open your cam again, okay? Now, who can say our whiteboard about how many meters long? Okay, let's choose one of you to answer that question. I'll choose Tayyim Ahmed. Hello, Tayyim, how are you?
Fine, thank you, Mister.
Tayyim, is it easier to use a ruler, a centimeter ruler, or a meter stick to get the length of the whiteboard?
A meter stick.
A meter stick, that's right, because it's long. Now I'll show you a picture of a whiteboard, okay, and let's find how many meters is it. Okay, can you see, Tayyim, from here to here, from this point to here is about
It's about 1 meter.
1 meter, super boy. This is about 1 meter. Okay, and from here to here is about 1 meter. Now how many meters?
2 meters. It's 200.
It's 200 centimeters.
Yes.
But it's yes, but it's by meters, it's 2 meters. 2 meters, okay? 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, and 1 meter. It's 2 meters.
Yes.
Okay, Tayyim?
Yes.
Okay, from here to here 1 meter, and from here to the end equals 1 meter. So it's about 2 meters. Let's write 2 meters. Yes. Yes, Tayyim, I'm hearing.
You finished?
Okay.
Mister, I want to tell you, I don't make it by my ruler.
No, yes, here don't use your ruler because we speak about
I make it in the homework.
Okay, Tayyim, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Grade 2, in these questions, we were speaking about real objects, okay? Not about the picture. We speak about real objects, okay? Now, let's get number 5. In number 5, this marker about how many centimeters? If you don't have marker, you can give the length of your pencil. Your pencil about how many centimeters? Who can answer? I choose the super one whose name is, who's ready to answer the question? I choose Tayyim. Hello, I choose Ilan. Hello, Ilan.
Yes, mister.
Ilan, the length of your pencil about how many centimeters?
It is about 13 centimeters.
13 centimeters. Okay, right here 13. Grade 2, all of you write the length of your pencil, okay? If you find it's 10 centimeters, write it. If it's 14 centimeters, write it. If it's 8 centimeters, write it, okay? It's no problem. Write you the length of your pencil. Thank you, Ilan. Excellent boy. Now let's answer number 6. Number 6, if we have a real table, this table about how many meters? I'll show you a table, grade 2, and let's find how many meters is it, okay? Okay, can you see this table? Now let's find how many meters. This is the table. Let's put a meter, let's use a meter stick to get the length of the table. Start actually from the beginning of the table, okay, to here. So it's about 1 meter. It's about 1 meter long. Let's write 1 meter, okay? Let's write now here about 1 meter. Right here 1. Right here 1 meter. Okay, can you see grade 2? We write 1 meter, not centimeter. Why? Because it's long, so we use meters, not centimeters. Okay, now let's answer number 7. In number 7, who can say what's the length of your math book? We're speaking about a real object, grade 2. So measure the length of your math book, not this picture. Your math book. Who can say your math book equals about how many centimeters? I choose the super one whose name is Samir. Hello, Samir. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Samir, please measure the length of your math book. Your math book about how many centimeters?
26
20.
centimeter.
Yes, it's about 26 or 27. Okay, okay, write 26. Okay, it's about 26 centimeters. Thank you, my son. Excellent boy. Boy. Here, grade 2, we write 26 centimeters, not meters, because it's short. Okay, so we use centimeters. Now let's answer number 8. Number 8, would you measure the length of a bus with a centimeter ruler or a meter stick? Which one is easier, a ruler or a meter stick? I'll choose now the super one whose name is, I'll choose Abdurrahman to answer the question. Hello, Abdurrahman, how are you?
Fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm fine, thank you. Abdurrahman, to get the length of the bus, not this bus. We are speaking about a real bus. To get the length of a real bus, to get the length of a real bus, not this, a real bus. To get the length of a real bus, is it easier to use a centimeter ruler or a meter stick?
Meter stick.
Meter stick, actually meter stick, that's right, because it's very long, so it's easier to use a meter stick. So let's write here meter stick. Meter stick. Thank you, Abdurrahman. Excellent boy. Bye. Why meter stick? Because the bus is long. Because the bus or let's write the bus is longer than the ruler, because we don't write because the bus is longer than, the ruler. Write like this, because the bus is longer than the ruler. Okay, now my lovely boys, please all of you write like this. Actually, grade 2, to get the length of a real bus, it's easier to use a meter stick. It's easier to get the length by meters, because the bus is longer than the ruler, the centimeter ruler. Now, grade 2, let's move to the next page to answer the next question. Grade 2, I'll show you a video about this question, so please all of you pay attention, please. Okay?
Your friend says a car has a length of about 4. Is the car about 4 meters long or about 4 centimeters long? Explain. Think, centimeters are used to measure smaller objects, and meters are used to measure larger objects. A car is a large object, so the car is about 4 meters long because larger objects are measured in meters.
As you see here, grade 2, the large objects are measured by meters, but the small objects measured by centimeters. So this car actually it's 4 meters. It can't be 4 centimeters. Okay, 4 centimeters is very short. Okay, so it's 4 meters. It's 4 times as the meter stick. Remember the meter stick. What's 4 meters? It's 4 times as long as the meter stick. Okay? Now, my lovely boys, let's answer the next question. Question number 9. In question number 9, your friend says a school has a length of about, your friend says a show has a length of about 12. Okay? Your friend says a show, this show, about 12. Okay, is the show about 12 centimeters long or about 12 meters long? 12 centimeters or 12 meters? The show is about 12 centimeters or meters. Who can answer? Let's choose this one whose name is, who's ready to answer this question. I choose Omar Khalid. Hello Omar, how are you?
Hello, mister.
Omar, the length of the show is about 12 centimeters long or meters long?
Centimeter.
Actually, centimeters. It can't be meters. Meters is very long. Meters, 12 meters means 12 times as long as the meter stick. So it can't be. Actually, it can't be. So it's 12 centimeters. Thank you, Omar. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so let's write here centimeters. Why centimeters? Because it's very short, or because it's short. Because it's short. Okay, now my dear students, let's answer question number 10. Please write here, because it's short. This show is short, so it can't be 12 meters. Now let's answer the next question. Question number 10. In question number 10, grade 2, Your friend places two of the same real objects end to end. Okay, he put two real objects. Okay, two objects of this end to end. Okay, together they have a length of about 18 centimeters. Which object did your friend use? Explain. Okay, I'll explain to you the question. Your friend take one of this object, okay, take two of one of these objects, okay. So he may take two crayons and put it together end to end, okay. Put crayon, then another crayon, crayon, then he put another crayon, okay. Is the measure of these two crayons 18 centimeters? Okay, and if he put pencil or pen, then another pen. Is it about 18 centimeters? This is a math book. If he bought a math book, then he bought another math book. Is the length of these two math books equals 18 centimeters? Okay, which one is correct? Let's find who can answer the question. I'll choose now Muhammad Salim. Hello, Muhammad, how are you?
Thank you. How are you, Mister?
I'm fine, thank you, Muhammad. Muhammad, which two objects about 18 centimeters? Two crayons or two pencils or two math books?
Wait.
Hmm. Two
It's
crayons?
not math book. It's not math book because it's very long.
Yes, it's very long. Actually, we can't choose math book because we measured the length of one math book. We found it's 26 centimeters. So two, it's more, it's greater than 18, so it can't be math book. Okay, two pencils or two pens. It's a pen. Two pens.
No.
No, it can't be also. It's greater than 18. That's right. So the correct one is two
Crayon.
crayon. Yeah. Yes. If you get the length of two crayons, it may be 18 centimeters. Thank you, Muhammad Salim. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Now, my dear students, the end of our today's session. I wish all of you understand this lesson. I wish all of you grade 2 can get the difference between centimeter and meters. I wish all of you can get what's the difference between the centimeter ruler and the meter stick. Okay? Thank you, grade 2. I wish you a nice day and a nice weekend. Thanks all of you and goodbye.